So speaking of cost and earnings, some of the most recent earnings reports we've seen have insurers reporting their highest sales in over a decade, and many others who are returning to healthy profits after the disruptions of COVID-19. What do you think? Can insurers ride this wave of growth? And what are the next opportunities for growth and disruption?
So Abby, there's a long term. You look at the long term performance of the industry. There is this pendulum swing back and forth between strong rate environments and weak rate environments. Enough so that the industry has a term for it, and they talk about hard markets and soft markets. And we are currently in a hard market, which means essentially that the available rate per unit of risk has increased more than the claim cost of that unit of risk, right? So essentially, premiums are higher, right? And so you see that in what carriers are declaring. It is, however, a pendulum, right? And I would think of this no differently from the real estate market. There are buyers markets and there are sellers markets. Right now, the insurance industry is going through a hard market, which is good for premium and rate environments. It is not a sustainable change to the fundamentals of the industry, right? So this is, while the profitability is up, and it does give insurers some room to actually make some investments and prepare for the future. You're not seeing a change in their comparative positioning against each other. It's not like you're seeing carriers use that time to suddenly take a much stronger market position, right? So it is a little bit of a rising tide, and most carriers are seeing that increase and improvement in rate environment, which is great, and I think needed for carriers who took a real beating in some of the catastrophic losses and claims, from unexpected things like ice storms in Texas. But it will actually absolutely swing back at some point, and we'll be back in a soft market down the road.